Battlefield Collie is about developing people into functional fighters so they can actually handle people who are fighting back 100%. Not just knowing techniques, because knowing techniques is only a portion of it. The most important part is being able to apply those techniques against someone who's resisting you 100%. I've separated the training in Battlefield Collie into 3 distinct sections. The first section is fighting proficiency, which is the most important. And that comes through lots and lots of safe sparring. I emphasize safe because if you spar and you get hurt, you're not going to spar for a long time. So most of your sparring should be done in a safe environment. We'll get into the variable intensity later. But the main thing is you log your rounds of sparring. That's how you know when to test. Instead of learning a bunch of techniques, and when you can do techniques A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then you test. In Battlefield Collie, you log your sparring rounds. When you've logged a certain amount of rounds for each isolated sparring level, and there are various levels in the program, then you're ready to test. Because my belief is, and it's been proven, if you have the basic techniques, and then you spar using those techniques and the postures enough, you get good. It's that simple. You develop the skill through fighting. So first, fighting proficiency. A little light hand sparring, very low intensity. Low intensity. So now a round of full sparring, but they're just going very light. This is low intensity again with the soft sparring. And then sometimes we go a little bit harder. Fun. The second section is technical precision. In other words, doing the techniques with great precision. You don't want to just kind of do a roof block. So I go over all the details of how that roof block should be when someone's trying to hit you full speed. Not when somebody's doing this to you, but when it's a full power blow, how are you going to do that correctly? So we go through all the details of the different techniques that work in sparring so that when you go to apply them, you don't have any big surprises. I'm going in, and there you go. Right into the blast. So go slowly. I'm going to step in again on the diamond. I'm stepping diagonally. But the second step, instead of going 1, 2 on the diamond, the second one I'm just going pretty much straight forward because I'm not going toward his arm. I'm not trying to overwrap his arm. So I don't need to go that direction. I need to go this direction. So I'm taking a step to get off line. But this is coming in right away. Take that nice step in there. You're able to just hit hard. The first one doesn't finish it. You assume you're going into the blast. The idea, you're just going to go right in. You're here. Boom, bang. You're right in. Blast away. And the third section is power generation. Offensively, so that we hit the shields and or heavy bags, whatever you have to hit, so that when you do hit, You are going to do it with accuracy, but with a lot of power so that you actually have an effect. If you miss the target a little bit, but you hit hard enough, you're still going to have a good effect. And also, we work the power as far as blocking. We need to generate power when we block too to deal with a full power blow. So both of those are covered in the power generation section. So getting that full torque on those shots, driving with the palm, taking over the situation. Puños.
So we end up here. Got a hold of his stick and all, and now I'm just going to work hitting with the puño. So I come here, right here, and also he's going to put it down here next to his knee so that I can practice coming down, hitting the low shot too. Here, back here, just to work on that power. You're in a bad space. You're going to need some power to get yourself into a position where you can get out of there.
Last point, which is the most important if you want to spar a lot, is the idea of variable intensity. Now, if you only spar once a year and you go out there with a heavy stick and you just bash on each other, how good are you going to get sparring once a year? That's why we use the padded weapons for most of the sparring, so you get hundreds and hundreds of rounds in. That's how you develop your skill, because you're going to do it safely so you can do it day after day after day. You can vary the intensity depending on your particular goals. So some of you may say, I never want to go really hard. Well, that's okay, as long as you do the sparring, but you do it at a lighter intensity. Then usually what happens is after a while, people say, I want to go a little bit harder, and they find out it's not that bad to get hit a little bit, especially with the soft stick. And so they go a little harder and a little harder. And then you can take it as far as you want. So that's a very brief glimpse at the Battlefield Collie system, but the main idea is you're going to spar a lot, you're going to spar safely with proper technique that's been proven in full-out sparring, and you're going to log your rounds so that you'll know when you test, not by how many techniques you know, but by how many rounds you've sparred, because you will see for yourself, you spar enough rounds, you're going to get good.